What is up, guys? How is all doing? My name is Lewis, and today's video I've got something a bit different. I've been using this website for quite a while. I've recently just got enough points to purchase a few things. I purchased a few Steam games, so like random Steam games. I just click and I just get a random Steam game. So we're gonna check out, see what Steam games I get, and then if I'll play one of the three. So I picked three, so I'll play one of the three games that I get. So without further ado, let's roll that intro.
Yeah, I was doing fine. Started fresh out here in the West for 2 years.
Right, so all I'm going to do is click confirm order. I've got 3 tabs open, so what's this one get? Your last step, confirm. Add game, activate a product on Steam. Next. Finish. Next. The 39 steps. That was the game that I just got. It tells you the 39 steps. Let's go on the next one. Confirm your order. Confirm. Shadowrun returns. Okay. What is the next one? 39 steps again. No. Oh. No. Right, guys, I know what I'm gonna do. Since this is the same game that I've already got, if you go down in the description, there will be a link to a giveaway, and just sign up, do all the giveaway stuff, and I'll pick one of yours. I'm gonna do it for like 3 weeks, and then at the end of them 3 weeks, let's play the 39 steps, since we got it twice, so I'm guessing once we'll play it. So I'm gonna play the 39 steps, and yeah, hopefully it's a good game. So yeah, let's jump straight into this game. Right, guys, so the game has in fact downloaded. So yeah, let's just go ahead and open it up. Hopefully it opens up and everything runs smoothly. Haven't actually recorded anything about PC in a long time, so I don't know how everything's gonna be. Hopefully everything's smooth and all good. And a player's name. Let's go for Lewis Evans. Right, I think it's working now, right? So, guess I'll just click on this. And I click play, right? If that wasn't... Right, so now the game's done. Jesus! Oh my god. Monday, 18th May 1914, London, England. I returned from the city on that May afternoon, pretty well disgusted with life. I had been 3 months in an old country and was fed up. I had been 3 months in the old country and I was fed up. Okay. I feel like it might be a murder mystery. I feel like someone's gonna get killed and we'll try and work out who it was. If it is, that would be sick. I genuinely know nothing about this game right now. Literally nothing.
Richard Hannay, you have got into the wrong ditch, my friend, and you had better climb out.
The present, the child, the career, teenager, the soldier, workman. Do I click done? Or do I have to click on one of these? Alright, meet school. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna read any of that. It's probably gonna be a bad idea. It's definitely gonna be a bad idea. Here I was, 37 years old, sound in wind and limb. With enough money to have a good time, yawning my head off all day. What more could you want? I had a long drink and read the evening paper. I had a long drink and read the evening paper. They were full of the row in the Near East, and there was an article about kind of the Greek primer. Guys, I'm so bad at reading. From all accounts, he seemed the one big man in the show, and he played a straight game too, which is more than could be said of most of them. Honestly, I feel like it's speaking in Old English, and I can't even understand New English, never mind Old English. Jesus. I get this weird vibe though of this game. Someone had loaned the player. I fell a deep for my. Guys, I'm gonna leave them on screen for you to read them. Guys, I guess put a weird vibe. Weird vibe. My flat was the first floor in a new block behind Langham Place. Langham. I give up. I'm not reading any of them anymore. If you just want to read them, you just can. I'll just skim read them. There was no restaurant or anything of that sort. I said, oh my god. And each flat was quite shut off from the others, right? Oh, so no, wait. None of them had toilets. Ooh. Let's look at this. Okay. That's mine, right? So top left's mine. Okay. I got a letter from someone. I'm just gonna quickly skim read this. Right, okay. There's a back page. Okay, so right. Let's ascend. Umpire, let's go home! What? Draw the symbol that... What? Oh, that way. That's cool. That's cool. That's pretty goddamn cool. I like that. I like that a lot.
Paddock? That's me home. I'll be heading out for dinner.
Collected padlock. I have servants on the premises, so I had a fellow to look after me who came in by the day. He arrived before 8 o'clock every morning and used to depart at 7, for I never dined at home. That evening, I dined at the Caf Royal and then headed elsewhere for entertainment. An evening's entertainment. Oh, do I? Right, so I get to choose Leicester Square or Music Hall. Right. So, let's go for Music Hall. Let's go for Music Hall. Oh wait, do I get there's countless musical hall of London where one way of passing the evening away. all the styles played and because upon the weak builds, right? Cool. Alright, so you just gotta see which is. Right, so if you just want to read them, you can. Just pause the video. But I'm gonna head off to wherever this guy goes. I was a silly show. It was a silly show. I did not stay long, right? Silly show. He didn't stay long. On the way home, I gave half a crown to a beggar because I saw him yawn. He was a fellow sufferer. Okay, fair play here. Well done. I made a vow. I would give the old country another day to fit me into something. What is this language? If nothing happened, I would take the next boat for the Cape. An unlucky visitor. Right, yeah, I'll continue the story. Yeah. Why not? I'll continue the story. An unlikely Monday, 18th of May, 1940, Wimpole Street, London. Okay. Hopefully it starts getting interesting very, very soon. Open. Oh, don't say I've got to do this thing again.
Hey, can I speak to you? May I come in for a minute?
I recognized him as the occupant of a flat on the top floor, with whom I had passed the time of day on the stairs. He was slim with a short brown beard and small, gimply blue eyes. His hands were pawing at my arm. His hands were pawing at my arm. I motioned him in. Oh, I'm gonna do this dumb thing again. Oh, every time. What do you mean? I should be an expert at that soon. No sooner was he over the threshold than he made a dash for my back room where I used to smoke and write letters. Then he bolted back.
Is the door locked?
I'm creeped out. He filled himself a stiff whiskey and soda and drank it off in 3 gulps. Jesus! My man! I sat down in an armchair and lit my pipe. I was pretty certain that I had to deal with a madman. I mean, okay.
I'm very sorry. It's a mighty liberty, but you look like the kind of man who would understand. I've had you in my mind all this week when things got troublesome. Say, will you do me a good turn?
I'll listen to you. That's all I'll promise.
Pardon. I'm a bit rattled tonight. You see, I happen at this moment to be dead.
What does it feel like?
I smiled, flickered over his drawn face. A smile flickered over his drawn face.
I'm not mad. Yet. Say, sir, I've been watching you, and I reckon you're a cool customer. I reckon, too, you're an honest man and not afraid of playing a bold hand. I'm gonna confide in you. I need help worse than any man ever needed it. I want to know if I can count you in.
Get on with your yarn and I'll tell you.
Man, what's happening? I'm actually so intrigued right now. So intrigued. This tune though. He wrote a bit and acted as a war conspiracy for okay. Don't give us time to read it. Alright, I'm not reading all that. He had played about with politics at first interested in them became he couldn't help himself. Then he made his discovery. He's in Germany, France? What is that? Right, so just right, right. Cause that's not creepy at all. What is this? Away behind all the governments and the armies, there was a big southern movement going on by some very dangerous people. I don't like the sound of this. I'm more scared of the guy on the left. Damn, he's angry. What's happening? This music though. The wanted Russia and Germany at loggerheads. Everything would be in the melting pot, and I looked to see where. Jewish men behind it all. What is this? What is this?
On the 15th day of June,
Scudder, that's his name.
Constantine Karolides is coming to this city. The British Foreign Office has taken to having international tea parties, and the biggest of them is due on that date. Now, Karolides is reckoned the principal guest, and if my friends have their way, he will never return to his admiring countrymen.
I sat up for that. For I had been reading about Karolides that very afternoon.
Well, that's simple enough anyhow. You can warn him and keep him at home.
And play their game. If he does not come, they win, for he's the only man that can straighten out the tangle. And if his government are warned, he won't come, for he does not know how big the stakes will be on June the 15th.
It was beginning to get interested in the beggar. I was beginning to get interested in the beggar.
What about the British government? They're not going to let their guests be murdered. Tip them the wink, and they'll take extra precautions.
No good. They might stuff your city with plainclothes detectives and double the police. And Constantine would still be a doomed man. He'll be murdered by an Austrian. And there'll be plenty of evidence to show the connivance of the big folk in Vienna and Berlin. It will all be an infernal lie, of course, but the case will look black enough to the world. But it's not going to come off if there's a certain man alive right here in London on the 15th day of June. And that man is going to be your servant, Franklin P. Scudder.
Scudder, collected Scudder. Okay, so here's Scudder, right? I was getting to like the little chap. His jaw had shut like a rat trap. And there was the fire of battle in his gimply eyes. Gimply.
Where did you find out this story?
I completed my evidence 10 days ago in Paris. I can't tell you the details now, for it's something of a history. But when I was quite sure in my own mind, I judged it my business to disappear. And I reached this city by a mighty queer circuit. Till yesterday, I thought I had muddied my trail some, and was feeling pretty happy. Then...
seemed to upset him, and he gulped down some more whiskey.
Then I saw a man standing in the street outside this block. I used to stay close in my room all day, and only slip out after dark for an hour or two. I watched him for a bit from my window, and I thought I recognized him. He came in and spoke to the porter. When I came back from my walk last night, I found a card in my letterbox. It bore the name of the man I want least to meet on God's earth.
I think that the look in my companion's eyes, that sheer naked scare on his face, completed my convincing of his honesty.
What did you do next?
I realized I was bottled as sure as a pickled herring, and that there was only one way out. I had to die. If my pursuers knew I was dead, they would go to sleep again.
How did you manage it?
Man, this story is mad. Mad, I tell you, I have to read these. Step 1. I told the man who valeted me that I was feeling pretty bad and got myself up to look like death. That wasn't difficult, for I'm a non-slut at discuss. Disguise, not discuss, sorry. Then I got a corpse. You can't always get a body in London if you know where to go for it. I fetched it back in the trunk and the top of a four-wheeler, and I had to be assisted upstairs to my room. Okay. I had to pile up evidence from the inquest, so I wanted to. So I went to bed and got my man to mix me a sleeping detergent, and then I told him to clear out. He wanted to fetch me a doctor, but I saw some and said I couldn't abide leeches. So you're just gonna put leeches on him. Okay. Step 4. When I was left alone, I started to fake up that corpse. He was my size, and I judged he had presumed from too much alcohol, so I put some spirits about the place. The jaw was the weak point in the likeliness, so I blew it away with a revolver. Shut up, phone. There will be somebody to swear having heard a shot, but there are no neighbors on my floor, and I guessed I couldn't risk it. I left the body in the bed, dressed up in my pajamas, with a revolver lying on the bedclothes. And a considerable mess around. Then I got into a suit of clothes I had kept waiting for emergencies. I didn't dare shave my fear of leaving tracks, and besides, it wasn't any kind of use my trying to get into the streets. English, please, right? So he basically pretended, right? So he dug up a body, put it in his bed, and yeah. Is that the body? Jeez! So who am I in this?
I had had you in my mind all day, and there seemed nothing to do but to make an appeal to you. I watched from my window till I saw you come home, and then slipped down the stair to meet you.
He sat blankly like an owl, fluttering with nerves and desperately determined.
There, sir. I guess you know about as much as me of this business.
I'm so confused right now. Right, so what? Up, then it's like that, and then it's like that, and then it's like that, then it's like that, and then it's like that. I was now pretty well convinced that he was going straight with me. It was the wildest sort of narrative, but I had heard in my time many steep tales which had turned out to be true. And if he had wanted to get a location in my flat and then cut my throat, he would have pitched a milder yawn.
Hand me your key, and I'll take a look at the corpse. Excuse my caution, but I'm bound to verify a bit if I can.
I reckon you'd ask for that. But I haven't got it. It's on my chain on the dressing table. I had to leave it behind, for I couldn't leave any clues to breed suspicions. The gentry who are after me are pretty bright-eyed citizens. You'll have to take me on trust for the night, and tomorrow you'll get the proof of the corpse business right enough.
I thought for an instant or two.
Right. I'll trust you for the night. I'll lock you into this room and keep the key. Just one word, Mr. Scudder. I believe you're straight. But if so be you are not, I should warn you that I'm a handy man with a gun.
I haven't the privilege of your name, sir, but let me tell you that you're a true gentleman. Now, I'll thank you to lend me a razor.
Man, what has happened? I took him into the bedroom and turned him loose. In half an hour's time, I figure came out and that I surgically...
My hat, Mr. Scudder.
A new man. Right, guys, I'm actually gonna leave it there. Right, guys, I'm actually gonna leave it just there. It's probably the worst place to leave it, but I'm gonna leave it there. We've done 2 of 19 events. So if you want to see another episode, you want to see what happens, smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to comment down below that you want to see this again. And yeah, what I'm also gonna do is, since I've got 2 of these games, I'm going to leave a link in the description to a giveaway for this game. So if you do want this game, go down in the description and enter the giveaway, and I'll give you this game. Well, whoever wins, say we'll do it for like 4 weeks, and the end of them 4 weeks, whoever wins, obviously gonna get the game. But I'm also gonna leave down in the description as well a link to the website that you can get free games from, like I just did with these 3 games. And yeah, hope you guys did enjoy and like the sound of that. My name is Lewis. I love your faces. Keep on smiling, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rocking if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby.